broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another after show for NXT right here on AfterBuzz TV. This is the week of Mark Donica's birthday.
And the week of Kathy Kelly's birthday. Don't undersell it. Fine, undersell it.
Well, his is today. Yours is in a couple of days.
I'm Kathy Kelly.
Kathy? How old are you going to be?
Old enough to know better,
again.
young enough not to care.
Yeah!
Old enough to be off my parents' insurance. Womp womp. Have to pay for stuff yourself. Be an adult. Sitting across from me, as always, I'm going to start with the birthday boy, Mark Donica.
Hi, I'm here. It's my birthday, and I want to talk about wrestling. I just got to talk to two people that I'm a huge fan of on the Ruby podcast. Make sure to go watch or listen to that. And now I get to talk about wrestling with two of my favorite people, Hobo and Steven. Kathy's here.
I'm here.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you.
Steven, your voice is beautiful.
Birthday to you.
He's been working on it.
Must have his junk in a vice.
And we still can't afford that song.
Sitting next to Mark Donica, true hobo himself.
Yep. I'm trying to think of something that's not offensive to say right now. I have a lot of trouble.
I mean, we could talk about your really pretty championship belt.
Harriet.
Harriet. She's quite the lady, you know. I've tried polygamy. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a married man, and I got Harriet by my side. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world.
Sponsored by Polygamy Porter.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm sorry, your title cannot hold a candle to.
Hey! Yeah, the Pixel Pro
Mark's-
Wrestling Championship is wishing me a happy birthday because we got a birthday candle.
There's a candle on it.
It's
There
pretty
it is.
awesome.
If you're listening, there's a candle on his belt.
Where's the candle on it?
Get it?
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about wrestling.
Okay, sure.
First match of the night, we have Mojo Rawley versus Bull Dempsey. And they get into it before they even get in the ring.
Hot and heavy.
And Mojo still doesn't know that he should come through the mist first. He still runs to the side.
Runs around the side of the mist. Maybe he's afraid of it, like a dog's
like,
afraid of something.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me, huh? Yeah.
So let's talk about this match
Sure.
very quick.
Match.
Bull ends up winning.
Sanctioned fist fight.
That was about as short as the match was this recap.
Yeah.
Yep. Mojo was hot though. You had to give it to him. He was really coming back. He was trying to beat Bull. I mean, it looked like he was trying to. No silly antics, nothing like that. He just was smashing Bull as hard as he could.
Yeah.
This seemed like the match that should have happened at TakeOver. Like, cause
That aggressive?
There was a huge, like, we got to see a lot of Bull, and it really sold Bull, but it really undersold Mojo. But this was like, I really want to beat this guy, and I think that, I mean, it seems like they were a match short, so they should have put them in one more match before TakeOver, so that Mojo could have the justified aggression, you know? Because like, it's justified because he lost, but the match said everything for Bull and nothing for Mojo. But this was like, cool, this is Mojo we want to see.
Do you think we'll see more of this feud, or they're gonna go
You know,
separate
it's really
directions?
tough to say. I'd actually like to see more of this. I think this is turning Mojo into somebody that we like to see.
You were a
Somebody who's
Mojo
not-
skeptic, and now you just want to see him.
No. You know what? I started out really liking Mojo. Then you know, time took its toll. Time changes you. Me jaded you a little bit, and it certainly jaded me. And I was a Bull Dempsey fan pretty much off the bat. So you put the two together, Mojo's really not as hot on my list anymore. He's got to get aggressive, and that's what Bull Dempsey's doing. It. Bull's raising the bar for him.
Yeah. Well, short match, but after the match is when gorgeousness happens.
Yeah.
Tyler Breeze walks out And Mojo just brushes him a little bit while he's trying to leave.
Mojo was hobbling away.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything personal. It's just like, oh,
No,
sorry, bro.
but that enrages the Gorgeous One, and Breeze just starts going after him.
Throws him into the post. Like this, Hobo
You
was
don't
talking
touch
about.
that face.
No, or
No.
anything close to it. The whole body, really. But Hobo was talking about this is what Hobo Hobo. Hi. Hobo. This is 2-syllable names. This is what Mojo needs to like. We feel sorry for him. Like he was looking like a depressed dog, and then he got beat up even more.
He's
like
the underdog.
Yeah, well,
Right. You
he
need to have
needs to
two
feel
things.
like it.
I know.
You need to have 2 things. You need to get your ass kicked, and you need to fight. And those 2 things, if you're missing one of them, it just doesn't work for you. If you have them together, you actually get cheered.
And as a bigger guy, watching him get beat up is just like, what are you doing wrong? Like,
Yeah.
fight. Like, do something. Like, try something different. Like, that's the thing is, now that he's been getting beat, he kept trying to do the same thing because it worked for him in the past. But now, especially tonight, he was doing something different, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
He's
But
attempting to tackle an obstacle in a different way.
Yeah.
He's
And that's
getting
what he was
beat and
saying.
staying beat.
Well, until he's not beat any longer. That's where the triumph happens.
Yes.
I don't get beat. I stay beat. Oh,
What?
that's so sad.
Sounds
Sad Joe.
Sad Joe.
Sad.
Sad Joe.
Mojo Sad Joe.
So, speaking of the Gorgeous One,
Please, can we?
Tyler Breeze versus Justin Gabriel. Breeze ends up getting the win, and I felt like he looked like Dolph when they raised his hand at the end. Did
Yeah.
you notice that? Like,
Bleach blonde
identical.
hair, you know.
But just the way, I don't know.
It wasn't as kind of wild as Dolph's hair is, but there was something about this match just in general that was weird.
It just did
What do you
not.
think?
It didn't seem to click. What it was is you have Tyler Breeze coming out, and he beats up Mojo. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and starts beating up Gabriel, and then Gabriel's on top for the majority of this match after that, and people aren't sure how to react. They just sort of sat there and went, well, I don't quite know what to do. I mean, people are trained, as much as I don't want to admit it. People are trained to cheer in certain places, to boo in certain places, and for the most part, they switched to those places. So people were confused.
So why do you think that Justin being on top for most of the match confused people?
Because he's the good guy.
It's supposed to be. Like, especially last week, he was, like, we were talking about how he wasn't acting like he was when he was tagging with Kid. He was just kind of like, hey, I'm a high flyer, cool, let's do this. He's kind of not even a tweener.
He's just sort
he was,
of clean baby face.
yeah, he was looking for the crowd's approval, but in this he was going for a lot of quick covers, a move, quick cover, which is usually something that you see a bad guy do.
But it was all really clean. It was still done in the baby face style, and it was confusing.
It was weird.
So you
People
think it's
like-
on Gabriel and not on Breeze?
I don't think
Right.
it's on. I don't think
Either
it's.
of them?
It might be like, again, what Hobo was saying was it might be them trying the new style of there isn't a good guy, there isn't a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Tweeners.
we're trying to not stick to a certain mold, and it's like they took a Jello mold and made a cake in it. It's that kind of a thing. It's
Sounds delicious.
It's Whoa. Could you imagine a cake
Jell-O
with
birthday cake.
No, oh, gross. But a cake
What?
with a smaller cake in it.
Cake within a cake.
Cake rolling
Inception
a cake.
cake.
Cakeception.
Exception. Epic Meal Empire every other Thursday on AfterBuzz TV.
Yep.
Gotta throw in the plug.
But
It was weird.
it was just odd. I mean, because then you can't boo Gabriel because Gabriel's not doing anything wrong, but you don't want to cheer for Breeze because Breeze isn't doing anything worth cheering. So you end up just kind of sitting on your hands and going, I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
People like to hate Breeze. You can't make Breeze likable because then people won't like Breeze because they like to hate Breeze.
We
It's
do like
insane.
Breeze. We do.
I know, but that's the thing we do. But if he's doing
But
something
you like
to
to hate him.
Yeah.
You like him as a bad guy. You can't like him as a good guy because it's not the same guy.
Okay.
it's like, what a jerk. That's funny, but it's different than just like.
Right.
Then you're just kind of like, forget that guy. What,
It's weird.
What the hell?
It's weird.
But we finally got a updated name. We got the supermodel kick, which we just totally
That's
popped
it.
for.
He
That
should
was
get
like-
the super kick now. That's it. Nobody else gets it because he has a supermodel kick.
Yes.
Sit.
Perfect.
Who would you like ultimately to see Breeze in a feud with coming up? Who would be your ideal?
Bull Dempsey.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, that's the direct or Baron Corbin.
I did not think of that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're both guys who are on their own. They're still really popular. Bull still probably doesn't. The fans really like him, I think, because of what he's doing with Mojo and to Mojo to a certain extent.
He's the direct opposite of Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So people like that.
But it's also in opposition of Breeze. Like, Bull will punch you square in the face, as opposed to Tyler Breeze, who is not the face.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I would like to it looks like Mojo and Bull is still going, but I would like to eventually see that.
Or Baron Corbin. I like that suggestion because there was a Corbin package before this match took place, and it was a good package.
It looked very cinematic.
It's really cool.
It was very cinematic. He's a lone wolf, the biker, that sort of deal.
There's two people in this world: people like me and people like you. And
it works.
Essentially, people like you've got to go, sort of thing.
Something like that.
What a jerk.
I think it was weird. Before, oh God, what's her name? Why can't I think of it? Guerrero's daughter. Before she was released, yeah, she was paired with Baron Corbin.
It was only for a photo thingy, though.
Oh, it was.
But I think just to be like the arm candy, or do you think it would be like his woman? Because I can't, like, you know what,
like
you
his
can...
biker mama? I don't think he needs that.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need it, but it would have been nice to see
someone riding in the back seat. There, now you got it.
Okay.
That's what I was going for.
Is it gonna... no, we're okay.
Backstage, we have William Regal. He's ordering food.
Well, yeah, he's got his aid, right? There's somebody out there with a paleo and a white tea, if you could go get it. It's like yeah. Like, this show was awesome.
I could just listen to him talk for days.
That's why we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him on
Can
commentary.
you just order a burger or something?
Can I get a double, well done animal style?
No, he wanted protein style.
Protein style, yes.
Protein style.
Yeah.
Got that gluten allergy.
Exactly. So Natty comes up and she asks for another chance for Tyson Kidd to face Adrian Neville. She pleads and Regal grants her that wish. He says that this is his last chance, though, that he will ever face Adrian Neville while Adrian Neville is the champion. One little caveat.
Yeah, but it's also the very unique words, because usually it's like, if he loses, they're gone from NXT, or they can never challenge for the championship again, but it's just against Adrian Neville.
Yeah, which means he can come back, but he'll never face Neville for the championship as long as Neville is the champion.
Or as long as Regal is the GM.
Well, but that just started. It's more likely that Neville will leave before Regal stops, I think.
Okay.
But didn't he specify via pinfall? Wasn't that?
Yes, he did. He said that too. He said via pinfall. He didn't say submission, count out, whatever. So he might pull one of his tricks.
Lots of stipulations. Yeah,
they're leaving a lot of room.
Makes us think that something else could happen with that. We shall see, though. So next match we have Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, two girls that we just love.
Yeah, I saw that on the card and I was like, what?
Wait, what?
What's gonna happen?
Who are we gonna root for?
No, nothing to worry about. This is gonna be good. Gonna be good for both of them.
You know that there are little girls crying no matter who loses, though.
Yeah.
Watching, yeah. So, I mean, the high fives they were giving each other during the match, super adorable.
That was when it's like, okay, we can sit back and enjoy this match. They're enjoying themselves.
This is no hard feelings. This is just a wrestling match, baby.
Yeah. Bayley ends up getting the win and immediately gets on the mic and asks Charlotte to come to the ring. Charlotte's music hits and she comes out in her gear. Bayley then says she let everyone down. Her mom was there at NXT TakeOver 2 and saw her lose. And Charlotte says Bayley didn't let her down, but the second verse will be the same as the first. She earned her respect, and they will face each other again next week.
But also we got the confirmation that hey, you earn my respect.
Yeah.
And that's
So is Charlotte nice now?
that doesn't necessarily mean that she's nice, because she still was really haughty in the way that she said the second verse will be just like the first, but hey, we had a good match. Let's do it again. Yeah,
And she called her kid.
Yeah, she called her kid too. That was another thing. I was just like,
Sure, kid.
Yeah.
What the what?
And speaking of kids, did you notice that Bailey put her headband, or gave her headband, to a little boy tonight?
Aww.
Yeah, he's just like, Bailey, here you go. It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And keeping the same entrance from Takeover, which is awesome. New theme, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing two men on cue as opposed to just going. It's planned, and it looks like it's something that could really carry over to the main roster.
Okay, fair enough.
I would love to see that. Really would.
I know we just skipped over the match really fast, but was there anything that you guys wanted to mention from that?
We're back and forth. Bailey looking strong as she should, and Alexa flying around as she should. I think this made everybody look good. Everybody was happy with this. No matter, I mean, everybody who likes Bliss likes Bailey. Nobody doesn't like either one, I have to imagine. And I think everybody can be satisfied with this outcome.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. You got to see two people who have fun movesets work together. The misses on some of the moves, like the good misses, not any like bad misses, and just a lot of just fun. Like there was flipping, there was the trying to get out of a roll up that Bailey was putting Alexa in, and then Bailey rolled with her and still rolled her up. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double front roll wrist lock. Yeah.
Cool. So, are you excited for the Bailey versus Charlotte redo?
I think isn't this the last rematch on the card from Takeover?
I know.
Because we've gotten.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Neville goes against every opponent one-on-one.
Which I'm sure he will at some point.
The man's machine has already done it. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, the match at Takeover was excellent. This'll probably be just as good.
Yeah, agreed. So we get another one of the, I don't even know, they're not backstage, they're in the Performance Center, but Cass,
This is a vignette.
Big Cass, filming Carmella and Enzo. They're training Carmella. Of course, she's a hairdresser, so she needs to get in shape, even though she's looking damn fine when she got in her workout gear.
Yeah.
Cass says not to treat girls like Enzo was doing if he ever wants a girlfriend. And Enzo gets on the treadmill but falls off once Carmella comes out in her workout clothes. And I just love how he's like, don't post that.
Don't post it. I'll tell you what this segment is.
Yeah.
And I'll spell it out for you. It's a VLAWG vlog.
Damn it.
Call me patent pending. Vlog.
A vlog.
How you doing?
Damn it. It's really good.
I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm just good.
I'm loving these though.
It's so good.
So
It's so
Keep cranking
entertaining.
them out, man. Keep cranking them out.
Wow.
I mean, it seems like we're going to be getting these until they introduce Carmella, like, on the actual show. And as much as I'd like to see that, I mean,
These
they're
could
too
go
good.
on every single week and like
But
be
then you
amazing.
feel bad for Carmella never actually making a debut.
I know, but it's like the freaking Jersey Shore. Like,
It's too good.
They're so good at their characters and
100%. They're into it. That's it, man. They sell everybody. This is great.
yeah. So, should we talk about the Enzo versus Marcus Louis match?
Can we please?
Yes. So, a hairless Louis comes to the ring with fake hair
Wonderful
and
rug.
headgear on. What'd you think of that look?
The old Kurt Angle. That's what Kurt Angle did when he lost the hair versus hair match against Edge way
That's
back in the
right.
day. He did the same thing, but I mean, it's not like a patented thing, but it's always funny to see.
Yeah.
Always very funny to see.
And then, bada boom, bada bing, Enzo and Cass come to the ring.
How you doing?
Talk about how hairless Louis looks SAWFT soft.
I thought he was gonna go for the bald joke again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He says so many things that are sometimes hard to follow.
Yeah.
1 + 1 equals 3.14. Pie? What happened?
Yeah.
Going back to pie. We thought he was going one way with something, but it was just like it was weird. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
But you're still just like
It makes
keep,
You're so
100%
enthralled
keep
with what
talking.
they're saying.
He
talking.
knows what he's saying,
I
though.
know.
That's the brilliance of it. It doesn't matter if you get it because he gets it, and you have to just strain yourself to follow along.
I know. Well, Louis' wig comes off during the match, and Enzo ends up getting the win
I
because
realized
of it.
what Louis looks like without the wig. He looks like Van Gogh's Scream. He does. He looks...
because he did that. Yeah, he did that when he got off.
He looks exactly like it. It's so weird.
Yeah. Or Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Both without hair. No hair.
True. Gotcha.
Give it time.
Okay. Well.
Well.
Anything else you guys wanted to talk about from this?
I mean, Louis was
Match and
pissed
segment?
this whole
I
match.
know.
It was awesome, and then him afterwards, just like all of his veins. It was
His head there.
So entertaining,
Yeah,
though.
like
These guys.
they get it. Like these guys are excellent together,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really hoping to see like an actual Sylvester LaFour match.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like him and Cass having an actual match, or anybody, just really, because as I don't like the classic character of the Frenchman running away and never being involved in the fight. You know, we get good, funny, but Sylvester, he looks too good and talks too much to not be able to back it up at some point.
Yeah.
So like.
That's true.
Like let him fight, especially when it was him as the manager, and he came out and got beat up, and he still looked as good as he did. It was like, that doesn't make sense to me.
But he's always been in phenomenal
Exactly.
shape. It's
Let the
really,
man fight.
really quite incredible. But yeah, on a different note, you and I were talking during the match, and I think either you or I have no clue, said one of the most poignant things, Enzo and Cass are the New Age Outlaws.
How you doing?
Oh.
They can do stuff backstage.
How you
They
doing?
can do that element. They have the entrance in the ring.
How you
They
doing?
do their own stuff.
How you doing?
They have the entire crowd involved in everything that they say and do.
And you can't teach that.
No.
If you can, they must be spending a hell of a lot of time with Billy Gunn.
you doing?
That's all I can say, man. They've got it. They got it.
Yeah.
Man, it's too good.
Ready to go. Ship that package straight up to Greenwich.
Greenwich.
On the road.
Yo. How you
I'd
doing?
like it. I can
Yeah.
see it.
But I
want
mean,
it.
the problem is one of the problems that we've been seeing just in general with all of the talent that comes from NXT to the main roster is we get it goes kind of vanilla. Like, we see all of the excellent stuff happen. I saw an article on one of the rags the other day that Emma being back in NXT is better for her than her being on the main roster, which is kind of true, because she
Yeah.
showed up and the whole thing with Santino fell through because he retired, and we've barely seen her.
Wow.
So I mean, well, there's a couple of reasons, but still, she getting a chance to see her actually wrestle and it means something was excellent, was awesome. And Adam Rose and the Bunny, that was always kind of a joke anyway. But even Bo, like everybody that's gone up there so far is kind of just like.
Well, for them as a wrestler, that's bigger for their brand. Like, I'm
Definitely.
sure
Right.
they want to be on the main roster even if they aren't getting as much time or exposure as they would at NXT, just because, one, it does get them more exposure. While we watch NXT, it is a much smaller brand. And two, they're probably making a lot more money.
No, I'm sure.
They can renegotiate contracts, I think, at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's just what I'm just worried. They're kickstarting the big three, the Hideo Hitami, the name of which we will talk about later for Prince Devitt, and Kevin Steen. It seems like they're jump-starting them to get involved and learn the WWE way so they can already get them out on tour. Then
So
it's like,
fast.
yeah,
So damn
because at
fast.
the next tapings, is when Prince Devitt is gonna debut, and then Steen maybe at the one after that. Like, they're trying to get him up
Fast,
there. Yeah, it's crazy, and I just hope that the talent that we're familiar with gets their chance to show what we've been seeing on the main roster.
I hope the rest of the talent down there in Florida gets a chance to be
That
on
too.
TV, because these new guys are cycling right to the top. And
Well, I mean, a lot of people, as we all know, that go into NXT don't necessarily have the wrestling experience that some of these guys that they recently hired have under their belt, so to speak.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see their debuts and what happens with the trajectory of their wrestling career.
Everybody's saying what they want to about how they think it's going to go, and I only say that time will tell.
Yeah.
Speaking of a guy who has a lot of wrestling experience under his belt, Sami Zayn is in a segment, the WWE.com segments, and he says it's pitiful that Kid's wife had to ask for a title match for him, and he also calls Adrian Neville desperate as well, and he says he's still gunning for that championship. So,
And before that, we have Kid backstage saying how he sort of doesn't feel that his wife's interjection was necessary in this circumstance. Though he doesn't necessarily turn down the title shot, he'll accept it and he'll probably overcome.
It's really bizarre. It's like, I don't need my wife asking for a title shot. If I want a title shot, I'll do the asking.
we never really got a conclusion to the marriage problem thing. Do you think
think we might.
Do you think that that's coming, or was that something that is just, you know, under the rug now that that part of Total Divas is over?
Oh no, this, if anything,
The culmination of everything, you think?
I think it probably will be. It'll probably be the send off, and they're gonna have to make up at some point.
Yeah.
But will we see Nat turn and be with like there's a couple ways that
I don't
this
think they
can
could
work.
technically do that for Total Divas.
No, they can't
Well.
because of Natalie's position. But Natalia, I always say Natalie. It's hard to say, but something's got to give with Kid then, since he is really the only one that can change in this, and hopefully there'll be a thing where Nat tries to help and then feels bad about it, but then he's like, I feel like a jerk, and yeah.
What if he actually wins the NXT championship and
That'd
just
be
becomes
nuts.
an absolute insufferable jackass?
Tyson's
Like,
chicken.
there's always that as a possibility. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Which do you think will come first? Do we think that Sami Zayn will A, go up to the main roster, or B, become NXT champion?
I think he might be like a Tommy Dreamer type, where he goes through the whole thing and never gets it, and that leaves him in a place where everybody who knows that will be, this guy really deserves a shot. And now that he's up, when he does get called up, the people who do know that and have seen that are just like, I really want, like, that brings that underdogness even more into light. It was just like, he didn't win the big one down there, and I really want him to win this match, and it drives it home.
Yeah.
What?
You're so passionate about that.
Well, there's
Honestly,
another thing.
that's
I am too, yeah.
exactly how everyone else is
I
going to
know.
feel. That's it, right there.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
You want a job writing for WWE?
SMAHT smart.
Smart. Let's talk about the final match of the night, the Ascension versus Lucha Dragons.
I'm sorry? Lucha?
Lucha.
Lucha.
Callisto and Sin Cara versus Connor and Victor. So this match, good match. Hideo Itami comes out during it, and then Callisto ends up getting the win over Victor, and they retain the tag belts.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I thought the Ascension had a shot.
You think?
I did. But it
what we were
just
trained to
obviously
think.
didn't happen. But they were in the driver's seat the majority of this match, and I thought Jason Albert was really a great commodity on the
Commentary.
Commentary,
Yes.
that's the word.
Table.
For this match. I mean, he started off the match by saying, "Be careful what you accomplish," which is I think that's very profound. Really is. And it sort of set up this match. You see this new Ascension trying to gain back what they lost and being sort of sidetracked by the Lucha Dragons, whose offense they just can't seem to wrap their hands around, literally at times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. The Ascension, there's a big story between us and the Ascension where we went through this whole thing of, geez, I just wish they could do something new, and then they did something new, and we were trained for like I said before Takeover, I did not honestly believe that the Lucha Dragons, or the then not Lucha Dragons, could beat the Ascension with how.
I called it.
I know you did, Cat. But you also have eyes, and Hobo doesn't have eyes, but we've been over that.
You have eyes, and you didn't call it.
I have ears. And I can't hear a thing. It's because I'm wearing headphones.
What?
But and you have eyes but not ears. The plot thickens. We've been taught. I wish I didn't have a nose.
You don't have a nose.
I don't, because I can't smell them. But that we've been taught by watching the Ascension that they really can beat anything. Really, like there's nothing that they can't destroy, and especially with the end of this match, there was closure, but there wasn't. It was a clean pin, but with Hideo getting involved, it also was like, but that wasn't fair. They should get another shot. But they're probably not, because they're prepping them for the big time. Hopefully, that's what we're all hoping for. But it's weird. It's weird.
How would you see this conclusion between Hideo and the Ascension?
Well, you gotta bring in another guy, but I don't know who you'd bring in.
Yeah.
Or if they do the classic, loser leaves the show, one on two, and it's like, how we got this, and then he kick.
Holy crap!
That would show how powerful
like
he is.
$1 million.
Yeah, it would. And as just starting out, something similar.
And we know that they've been, testing out to go to the main roster.
Yeah, they've been doing dark matches.
Doing a lot of that. So is Breeze.
Yeah. And Neville and Sammy. There's a lot of main roster buzz for a lot of our NXT favorites, and also
Aww.
what?
Hey,
So
they're growing up.
good.
Yeah, no, it's really nice it was great to see the huge Tron for Bo when he first came out. It's just like, oh, that looks gorgeous. And it'll be equally as amazing to see the giant. I kind of burped there. It'll be I was getting choked up because I was thinking about how wonderful the giant selfie of Tyler Breeze will look on all of the Trons.
It'll be so pretty.
Every tiled Breeze. Is a bad one. That was a bad one.
What?
But speaking of called up, I did want to mention a bit of news that was announced today. Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn are confirmed to be playable in WWE 2K15.
Cool.
They tweeted out a picture of them playing as themselves in the game. Didn't show us what they looked like, but that leads everybody to believe that the NXT mode will have more NXT superstars. So we might see the Ascension. We might see Tyler Breeze. We might see a lot more people down in NXT playable.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
We're playing now.
Yeah. Let's do it.
November 18th for PS4 and Xbox One.
Are you going to have it on your show?
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Can I
dude.
come on?
We're gonna okay, sure.
And we'll do an NXT special?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Schedule
dude.
it.
That's happening.
Well, since we're in news and we already talked about the finish.
Yeah.
Tonight was another set of tapings, and the one bit of news of spoiler. This is the only spoiler that we're doing.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Turn us off.
It's just Prince Devitt. It's
Don't
not
turn us
his chosen name in WWE and NXT. His chosen name, because ultimately people didn't like Hideo Itami because why don't you just do Kenta? He ended up choosing it. And
English is not
Like
your
English
first
wasn't your first
either.
language.
Never. I speak Pig Latin fluently. But
Uday Uye?
Yes.
Asya?
SEA.
I don't want to play. I'm just gonna answer you.
Obo hey.
Eat Day. His name is Finn Balor. Balor was an old Irish legend that was sort of like a king who was thought to be this mythical being that had like one eye and his face was like all bizarre. So it seems like they're kind of teasing the bit where he might do makeup, he might not. I didn't see any pictures. I only know that he chose his name.
Well, I do know he's still doing the makeup.
Yeah, they did. WWE actually Instagrammed a photo of him in his one of his classic makeup styles.
Yeah,
Next
so
With a fin on his head.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Cool.
Perfect.
He's gonna have to pay Shark Boy a good sum of
He's
money.
not going to do that.
Can't do this. That's nope.
Da-da.
We're gonna have to pay Shark Boy, man. Disney had to pay Shark Boy. Now we're gonna have to pay Shark Boy. We can't afford this. We almost sang Happy Birthday. We couldn't afford that either.
And Hobo with Off the Rails. Hobo hits Off the Rails. This is a fun show.
I am really excited for his debut.
Very much so, and it's going to be in a couple of weeks. We'll get to see it in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other news?
That was really all I had for NXT news. I know there were a couple of releases of a couple of folks that we don't really know a lot. They hadn't debuted.
No.
I'm sorry that the names escape me, but there was a rumor that there were going to be more releases, and I hope it's just not as a result of Steen and Devitt and Kenta arriving.
It is what it is.
It is. That's the business.
It's the business. Yeah.
I should have
Maybe
done
I'll
that.
get a shot.
Now my hands have
That's what I'm
lice.
gonna do. They're gonna release people, and I'm gonna get picked up. That's right. I'm going to NXT.
Yeah, he's thumbing.
I'm gonna go to Florida.
I'm just gonna go to
I'm
Florida.
just gonna go to Florida.
I'm gonna walk
I'll
there.
show up. It'll be fine.
You would
right?
walk 500 miles?
I would walk
Why did you do
500
that?
miles, and I would walk 500.
Your mic's cut. This has been a great show.
Yeah, it was.
We're
No,
super
really. This was a
too.
very awesome show. This was a wonderful birthday present from WWE. They didn't even know. It really was. This was one of my favorite shows in a while. It had a lot of my favorite things. I mean,
Just
Breeze,
a few of them? Your favorite
There's
things?
a few of my let's keep singing. But this really was a wonderful show. The tag match had a lot of fun spots in it.
Yeah.
And we got to see Ascension be really brutal, but I mean they still didn't get the win at the end. But
Speaking of music, we are getting the wrap-up music.
I mean, I'm surprised it didn't come sooner.
Yes. Well, I guess. Have a very happy birthday. Rest of your birthday. Everyone, make sure to wish him a happy birthday on Twitter.
Okay.
And where can they
and
find
thanks,
you?
Chat Roll. Chat Roll has been wishing me happy birthday and talking and everything. It was
you
really
guys
great.
for
Thanks for
watching
sticking
us
to
live.
Ruby. You can find the two of us on YouTube at Soapbox Car TV. You can find out how I gimmicked my hand, and you can also
Give me his hand like he did it on purpose.
Idiot. That'd be stupid. But you can also find us at facebook.com/soapboxcartv. And if you want to find me on Twitter, talk about Ruby, Epic Meal Empire, which I also do the AfterBuzz is for, Epic Meal
Next
Empire with
week
this
we'll be
gentleman.
doing it.
Yeah, next week we're going to do it before NXT, and then we're going to do NXT. Follow me on Twitter at SoapboxMark.
I'm on Twitter at TrueHobo, and I'm wrestling a lot this weekend. Friday, I'm wrestling in Pomona. Saturday, I'm wrestling in East LA. Sunday, I'm wrestling in Port Hueneme. You got a lot of chances to see me if you're in this area.
Seriously.
ProWrestlingTees.com is where you can pick up a shirt.
Slash hobo.
Slash hobo. Don't slash hobo.
Don't slash hobo.
ProWrestlingTees.com/hobo. Don't cut me.
And you can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Kathy Kelly. You can follow all of us here on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you again next Thursday.
Kathy's birthday Saturday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.